Now on Nightside, Donald Trump has been indicted in Georgia for trying to overturn the 2020 election, making this his fourth indictment.
It's a weather alert day, record high temperatures and an excessive heat warning in the first alert forecast.
And is this real gold or fake? Scammers are getting smarter and victims are paying the price. We hear from local pawn shops. You're watching 4 News Now Nightside. We begin with that breaking news out of Georgia tonight, where former President Donald Trump has been indicted in the investigation into efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. This is the former president's 4th indictment, and just as he's done in other cases, he's denying any wrongdoing. A Fulton County grand jury has handed up an indictment against Donald Trump and 18 other individuals related to efforts to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia.
Grand jury believes they were part of the illegal effort to overturn the results of Georgia's 2020 presidential election.
The indictment states the former president and other defendants charged refused to accept that Trump lost, and they knowingly and willfully joined a conspiracy to unlawfully change the outcome of the election in favor of Mr. Trump. The indictment goes on to state that the conspiracy contained a common plan and purpose to commit 2 or more acts of racketeering.
I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023.
The Fulton County District Attorney launched the criminal investigation more than 2.5 years ago after former President Trump was recorded in a phone call seemingly pressuring the state's top election official to help him, quote, find the votes needed to win. Trump's team calls the probe a Democratic witch hunt to score political points. Well, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins me now. And Chris, we've been talking all day about these triple-digit temperatures and the forecast this week and those weather alert days.
Yes, 2 weather alert days, but the heat is going to continue beyond that. Let's take a look for Tuesday and Wednesday. We are talking record-breaking heat across the entire inland Northwest, and it's going to continue to be hot on Thursday before we finally start to cool down. Here's a look at the excessive heat warning that goes through Thursday for the area shaded in pink on your screen. In the orange shaded area, this is a heat advisory. However, in Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, Kellogg, you are still going to be very, very hot. I'll show you the numbers in just a moment. But first, I want to show you where we were today, because today was the warmest day of the season so far. We've hit 97 in Spokane on 3 days. 98 the high today, and in Coeur d'Alene as well. It was 97 in Pullman and St. Mary's, and a lot of triple digits on the map, including 105 in Lewiston and 107 in Omak. But take a look at the high temperatures for tomorrow. A lot more folks joining the Century Club. 111 in Lewiston, 103 in Spokane, 101 in Coeur d'Alene. Only Sandpoint, Kellogg, Kalispell staying in the 90s, at least as far as forecast. You may join us as well. Our forecast high in Spokane of 103 degrees would break our record for tomorrow, which is only 99, and that was set back in 1901. Here's a look at your Tuesday planner. Starting the day off fairly warm. We'll be in the 60s, warming up into the 80s by 10 o'clock, 95 at noon. Our high 103, 85 is our average high. I'll be back to let you know how hot it is going to stay through Thursday and about some fire weather concerns as we begin to cool down. Kirsten?
Thank you, Chris. And before tomorrow's extreme heat, download the 4 News Now weather app. There you can watch the latest forecasts and use the hour-by-hour temperatures to plan your day. Just search KXLY in your phone's app store. New on Nightside, yesterday night residents of Mullen, Idaho saw smoke coming from a shaft at the Lucky Friday mine. That's according to the owners of the mine. Now, there's no night shift work at that time, so thankfully no one was injured. But the mining company Hecla is working on a plan to enter the mine safely and investigate the source of that smoke. High school football players are returning to the gridiron on one of the hottest days of the year. This Wednesday, players will be back for two-a-days, embracing the heat ahead of this season. Athletic trainer Logan Sumner with the LC Tigers says he has personal experience. He played football for the University of Southern Florida, so he knows heat well. Sumner tells 4 News Now that his athletes have got to stay hydrated and be smart about how they do it. Signs of heat illness and scorching weather can start to appear in as quickly as 15 minutes.
For every water bottle you have a second one with like a LMNT or a liquid IV or some sort of electrolyte replacement. What I also like to do with my athletes is after I hit them with it around the neck, I'll dip it back in the water and I'll drape each arm and their legs just to help rapidly cool their system.
And this advice is universal, so anyone who works outside during this heat wave, including construction workers, should be cautious. These crews say that they go through 5-gallon buckets of water every day, trying to stay ahead of the heat. Well, summers are an especially difficult time for delivery drivers. Most of the time, they drive vehicles without air conditioning. In June, UPS negotiated a deal with their union to finally bring AC to delivery trucks starting in 2024. But for now, drivers cope only by using personal fans and help from the community, including 8-year-old Jacqueline from Spokane, who spent much of her summer working on a project called Little Waterers Hydration Stations. You can see the driver who just came up to her door, and these hydration stations are collecting supplies for drivers to use along their routes.
I thought, well, why don't we just make a hydration station for them to stay hydrated and not get dehydrated and then have to deal with all these heat injuries.
Good idea. If you'd like to help your neighborhood delivery drivers, you can host your own hydration station at your house or donate items for hydration station kits. Just check KXLY.com.
Well, there was a few-hour period this past weekend where the Seattle Mariners were tied for a wild card spot, but after a couple heartbreaking losses, they dropped back down to earth. And that heartbreak continued into the new week out in Kansas City as the team found themselves down 5-0 going into the 8th inning to the Royals, only to come all the way back and take the lead thanks to a couple big hits by Julio Rodriguez. But the closing staff of Seattle couldn't get the job done as KC walks it off in the bottom of the 9th to drop the M's to 2 games out of a wild card spot.
Tough game. Credit to our guys. Like I said, we could have just been down and out. Not our night. We found a way to get back in it, get some huge hits late. But obviously, not enough. We got to shut it down there, and they were able to put that rally together against us in the 9th. So.
And we're just a few weeks away from the start of the college football season, and when the Idaho Vandals kick off, they will be ranked in at least one national poll. On Monday, they were picked 13th in the FCS coaches poll, along with 5 other Big Sky programs. Idaho is coming off a 7-5 season with an appearance in the FCS playoffs, and they're going to get their season underway on August 31st against Lamar out in Beaumont, Texas. Kirsten, send it back over to you.
Alex, thank you. New on Nightside. Now, Spokane police say 10 cars were stolen over the weekend by teenagers wearing masks and disguises. The cars were mostly Kias and Hyundais, and the teens drove the stolen cars at high speeds through parks and into oncoming traffic. A pedestrian who was riding a Lime scooter was hit. 5 teenagers between 16 and 17 were arrested. Charges include second-degree assault and theft. A man accused in a deadly crash Friday afternoon that claimed the lives of 2 people is charged with vehicular homicide. Kelly Dawkins appeared in court today, and Spokane police say he was pulling onto Trent Avenue when he crashed into an oncoming car. Stephen Harnash and Michelle Zadakian died at the scene. Dawkins' bail is set at $100,000, and he'll be back in court August 22nd. Well, can you tell the difference between real gold and fake? Scammers are getting smarter and victims are paying the price. What local pawn shops say they're seeing more and more. Plus, the Maui wildfire now the deadliest in the U.S. in over 100 years. How a Spokane Dutch Bros is helping survivors in Lahaina. Next on Nightside.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Tina, the Tina Turner musical, coming to Broadway, Spokane.
Send them back to school looking and seeing their best. Get premium eyewear and A+ patient care from the experienced team at Shopko Optical. Cross off eye exams on your back-to-school checklist. Schedule their comprehensive exam today.
Get a free Makita Impact Driver Kit or a tabletop pellet grill now when you build a deck with wood decking or TimberTech or Trex composite deck and railing from Par. Visit par.com for details.
What are you going to build?
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale.
Friday through Sunday.
Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in one day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Backyard barbecues, family gatherings, now is the best time to visit Jacobs Custom Living. New furniture has arrived and Jacobs really has the largest and most varied inventory ever. Comfortable lounge furniture, elegant outdoor dinner sets, umbrellas, and much more. Hurry in and experience for yourself the high-quality outdoor furniture at Jacobs Custom Living that will make your deck, patio, or cabin a wonderful place for gatherings all summer long. On Sprague, just east of Sullivan.
Pop the champagne, humanity. We've done it.
Celebrate your night with big winners, shocking thrills, and living legends.
No, I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Oh, every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
4 News Now is brought to you by Flying S Title and Escrow.
Thanks for staying up with Nightside. Can you spot fake gold? Scammers are apparently luring in victims right now. One local pawn shop owner says the scammers are getting smarter and it's more difficult for customers to tell the difference.
We did have 3 people come in that day who had purchased it and wanted to sell it. Really? The shops up the street, they had at least a couple, 2 or 3 come into their shop too.
Spokane police say the department is aware of this type of scam happening in the area. They say people are getting tricked at gas stations and grocery store parking lots. SPD wants everyone to know that's a red flag and you should leave the situation immediately. Well, new on Nightside, last month was the hottest July on record, according to NASA. Sweltering temperatures have affected much of the planet, with heat hitting record levels from Death Valley in California all the way to China. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker's with us now, and we're about to get our own taste of triple digits.
Yes, we are. Today was hot. Our temperatures above average. Again, this has been the hottest we've been this summer. 98 the high, 85 is our average high. Not quite record territory. 101 our record for today, but it is going to be hotter tomorrow, and I think the next 2 days will be breaking records. Tonight, clear and warm. It's going to be a difficult night of sleep. Head to the basement. Sleep out on the deck. 103 tomorrow with sunny skies and, boy, not much of a breeze. By the afternoon, we could be in the 5 to 10 mile per hour range. Big heat dome over the region. That is why we are dealing with this heat, and it is going to be with us for Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll start to see some changes on Thursday. It will have not much impact on our weather until we get into Friday, and then we're really going to start bringing in some cooler air. You'll notice a dip on Friday, but then it will get quite a bit cooler for the weekend. Now, one problem with this intrusion of cooler air, we are going to see our winds picking up, and so we're keeping a very close eye on Thursday and Friday in terms of our fire danger. Any little bit of a fire start would spread very rapidly with the breeze. Overnight lows tonight will be in the 60s and even in the 70s in some locations. Highs tomorrow, once again, triple digits just about everywhere. Right in the Spokane area, 105. The warmest readings, including in 9 Mile, Meade, and downtown Spokane, all 105. Here's a look at your planning forecast. Not much cooler, if if at all, on Wednesday, 102 degrees. That would be a record, down to 100 on Thursday. And then we drop more dramatically Friday, possibly even seeing some rain coming in Sunday and Monday. Kirsten.
And as we talk about those triple digits, Chris, Riverfront Eats decided to cancel tomorrow because of this extreme heat, and the food truck series is going to be back open August 22nd. In November, Spokane County residents will be voting on whether to fund improvements to county public safety facilities and programs, which includes a new jail. The $1.7 million would be divided between the county as a whole, getting 60%, and cities splitting up the other 40%. Today in a press conference, Spokane leaders shared why they are hoping voters support Measure 1, saying it's not just about building a new jail, but about modernizing public safety and keeping people out of jail. Last week, 2 Spokane City Council members and the union representing correctional workers sent a letter asking for the vote to be delayed, saying the plan for how this money will be spent was still unclear. Commissioner Chair Mary Cuney said those conversations are still ongoing.
And so those conversations are going on, but until we know that this measure is going to pass, we have time to figure those things out. Because if the measure doesn't pass, then we need to go back to the drawing board. We will look at it again in the future because, again, this is an urgent need.
Spokane City Council member Zach Sapone, who signed the letter last week asking for the vote to be delayed, issued a statement. You see that on your screen now, following Monday's press conference, saying the things presented did not change or address any of their concerns. In part, this quote says, "This continues to be a $1 billion blank check to government that is fiscally irresponsible, and I believe voters will see that." So if passed, funding for Measure 1 will start in April, with the new jail facility to be completed by 2028. The Maui wildfires, now the deadliest U.S. wildfire in over 100 years. Thousands of people have been displaced, and a Dutch Bros coffee location in Spokane is collecting donations to try to help people and families in Lahaina. The Wandermere Dutch Bros location is accepting donations for Maui. Alaska Airlines will transport all of those items to Lahaina. An employee whose boyfriend lives on Maui set it all up.
Goal is just to give back to the families that lost everything. I mean, the people over there that have absolutely nothing, that have to stay with family and friends right now.
Stockwell, who you just heard from, says her boyfriend is safe, and all of these donations will be accepted through the end of the day on Monday, August 21st. So we still have some time. You can read more about which donations are needed on KXLY.com. And we're hearing from the people of Maui and how they're surviving these wildfires. ABC's Becky Worley has their stories.
We've heard the harrowing tales of survival, but now the sorrow.
It's a horrible thing that happened to all of us.
I found 3 Lahaina families displaced and living with family on other parts of the island. The Kahahane family, 3 generations, young kids, a tent in the front yard.
And I feel so misplaced being out here because they need an education, but I don't know where. Is it bad if I don't send them right away to school?
The Brillantes Pasalos, 27 of them, all from one house in Lahaina. Many of the younger children not understanding the scope of this tragedy.
If we come back, he said he wants it to be the same.
Same house?
Yeah, same house and same everything, all set up, but I'm for sure it's not going to be the same anymore.
And the Jose family, who reflect on how special Lahaina was. It's people working class, family-focused, community.
When we greet people, we don't even say, we call them auntie and uncle.
Brother, sister.
Even if they're not even our family. That's how much respect we have for each other, for our community.
A lot of aloha.
And now it's all gone. Like, there's, we've seen pictures and it's just gray. It's like no color. It doesn't look like what we came to know what Lahaina was. It's just gone.
For Georgette Kahahane, she's grateful they have someplace to stay.
We have some shelter, which some people don't have. So, in some ways, we're not as bad off as others. It's kind of hard to talk about it because, there's suffering.
You guys have each other. You're so strong together. I can see you wanted to be all together to talk as one. But These kids are going to grow up knowing they have family, but this is going to change them, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
She tells me a song about Lahaina unleashed a flood of tears.
Yesterday morning when the song was playing on the radio, I started to cry.
And as these local families reflect on what is lost, who is lost, they're holding on to a place that is now nothing but memories.
Hundreds of Lime scooters have been thrown into the Spokane River. We'll tell you how the city plans to prevent more of them from getting in the water next on Nightside.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Set summer in motion with the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet, like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport and the Ridgeline, built for better off-road performance and engineered for more adventure. This summer, create your own adventures with Honda, the most awarded brand in Car and Driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
The new double pepperoni Crazy Crust pizza is so nice, we pepperonied it twice. With classic and old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses and garlic parm crust you've got to see in slow-mo. Available for $8.99 only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tub starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
I'm here with Chris Cunahan of Leaf Filter. What is the problem with the clogged gutter?
Rotten fascia, rotten soffit, mildew, mold in the attic.
So how can Leaf Filter fix this problem?
So the first thing we're going to do is professionally clean out all your gutters, realign them, install our Leaf Filter system that allows nothing but water. Just give us a call, set up an appointment. We'll come out, give you a free gutter inspection.
Folks around Spokane, just call 509-202-1202 or visit leaffilter.com.
4 News Now Fire Watch coverage.
That fire has grown exponentially.
With resources on TV, online, and on the go with the 4 News Now app. Fire Watch coverage to keep you safe. That's what we mean when we say expect more on 4 News Now.
Take a day off. Skip Mondays and be water-wise this summer.
The health of the Spokane River could be threatened because Lime scooters are being tossed in it. A spokesman review article sheds light on the amount of Lime scooters in the Spokane River and no clear answer on who's responsible for pulling them all out. Friends of the Centennial Trail are now calling on the company, Lime, to remove all the scooters from the river. The Spokane Riverkeeper says through its litter program, volunteers have removed thousands of pounds of trash, and Lime scooters are a fraction of that. The organization says there's no systemic approach to address the problem, and it's not clear what the health impacts will be, but we know the batteries have a number of heavy metals in them.
Community can't really handle the responsibility of having these scooters without turning them into a destructive mechanism on our river. I really think Lime and the city have to go back to the drawing board.
The city and Lime say they're working together to find more solutions and remove all the scooters from the river. They say they are bolstering guardrails and preventing bad actors from vandalizing the river.
Here are 4 things to know about your weather. We have an excessive heat warning all the way through Thursday. High temperatures in the triple digits across the region. The hottest day will likely be tomorrow, but it's not going to be much cooler on Wednesday and Thursday, maybe a degree or 2. And then our winds begin to pick up as we get into Thursday and Friday, and that could cause additional concerns about our fire danger. Here's a look at our temperature trend over over the next 7 days. This black line is our average high, which is down in the mid-80s. We're going to be well above that for the next 3 days in the hundreds. 91 on Friday will feel cool, and then we're back closer to average, and then finally below average on Sunday and Monday, which should be very refreshing, especially if we do get that precipitation that the long-range models are hinting that we could really use. But in the meantime, just some reminders about tomorrow's heat and for the next few days. Early morning walks for your dogs. Otherwise, make sure they are inside, and pets in general. Keep your kids hydrated. They are not as good about doing that themselves, obviously. So keep the fluids going. Outdoor workers, stay in the shade as much as possible and drink water. And one of my favorite and most important tips, check on your elderly neighbors or family members. Make sure they are handling the heat okay. Beautiful pick of the night tonight, heading to the Colville National Forest. This is from Sarah Platt and Radar Dome, a really fun hiking trail and very doable for the family, and it has an interesting history as well, worth checking out. Maybe not tomorrow or the next day, but when it cools down. It's a great hike. Thank you, Sarah, for sharing that view with us.
She's sharing it so that I don't have to go tomorrow.
No, how about next summer? We'll go do Radar Dome.
We'll wait for baby. We'll put baby in a little pack, and we'll go on some
Absolutely.
Thanks, Chris. The Washington State Cougars began week 3 of training camp earlier this evening. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti tells us what the team is looking to improve on as we inch closer to kickoff.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Nissan.
I would like for us to go on a family vacation.
Fine. We can go to Disneyland.
Yes. Let's play punch buggy.
Yes.
Oh.
Maybe Dad can drive past the speed limit. What?
Rude, right? This is everything I ever dreamed of. What do we do first? Oh, teacups.
Bathroom. I drank 4 cups of coffee to get through the night shift.
The Wonder Years, special 1-hour season finale. Wednesday, 9/8 Central on ABC and stream on Hulu.
From the fiery depths of the Devil's Kitchen, jalapeno, habanero, and pepper jack tormented the mouths of the brave few who dared to eat it. And soon, the blazing hot flavor of Carl's Jr.'s El Diablo burger will be gone.
Until next time.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
When occasional heartburn won't let you sleep, get fast relief with new Tums Plus Heartburn Plus Sleep Support. Love food bath and fall asleep faster.
Carl's Jr. is spicing up the all-day 2 for $5 deal savings. Try a new spicy little cheeseburger, spicy chicken sandwich, cheeseburger, or French toast dips, and more. Pick any 2 all day, $5.
Well, the Washington State Cougars played their first scrimmage of fall camp this past weekend. We saw a little bit of everything, some great plays on defense and some explosive runs on the offense. Now, the passing offense wasn't anything spectacular during the scrimmage. We saw a lot of quick passes from both Cam Ward and John Mateer. That wasn't anything really down the field, though, but that's not exactly a reason for concern if you're a Coug fan. We know the team's going to be using a lot of tight ends to compensate for the small wide receivers, and the running back room may be the deepest it's been in years. Still, head coach Jake Dicker wants to limit those explosive plays on the defense.
They do, and I think you saw that a little bit on Saturday. We didn't take as many deep shots on offense. You know, we got the ball out quick. We were in good run-pass situations. You know, I think we still got to be adaptable on our X's and O's to depending on who's out there. You know, and defensively, you know, I just think we keep going through some highs and some lows, and we just got to be more consistent. So we're still going to attack. We're still going to be bend but don't break. We still got to be takeaway focused. But at the end of the day, we'll kind of do whatever's best in those situations.
Now, this past weekend, we got.
I feel very comfortable. You know, been here since last. It just feels like home. Obviously, I'm a Coug, so you know, I've been in Seattle a bunch of times. Never thought I'd be here, but I am now, and it's been great ever since I stepped foot into the facility. And you know, like I said, it's been great, and I just want to keep it going, just put my best foot forward.
Now, Winston and the Seahawks will play their second preseason game on Saturday evening as they welcome in the Dallas Cowboys. And while the preseason will have to hold us down for now, it's a good reminder that we are just 27 days away from the regular season opener against the Rams, I should say. Now, let's head out to Kansas City, where the Mariners started a series with the Royals tonight. The top of the 8th, Seattle down 5-0, but the bases loaded for Julio Rodriguez. He lines his ball out to left. That'll clear the bases. An RBI double for him. Just a 2-run ball game like that. In the 9th, the M's are able to get this game and take the lead thanks to Julio up at the plate again. He delivers, finding the gap into right field. That brings home the leadoff run, and Seattle has the lead for the first time tonight. But in the bottom of the inning, Kansas City ties the game back up. A man on for Darian Blanco, lays down the perfect bunt, and that does it because Dylan Moore can't get the ball. And they earned just their 39th win of the season. Meanwhile, Seattle 2 games back of a wild card spot.
It was, you know, a heck of a comeback by our guys, like down and out, and didn't have a whole lot going offensively. But our guys don't quit, you know, and a testament to them. And, you know, you find a way to get ahead and get the lead. But, you know, they came back, got some big hits there at the end to obviously, you know, to pull it out.
Now, even with 3 straight losses, the Mariners are just 2 games back of a wild card spot, but it is important to win a series like this, given how bad Kansas City has played at this point. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
This is your summer to smile, to raise your glass and reconnect, to reel in the fun and savor every bite. To help you get ready, your Aspen Dental team is celebrating 25 years of affordable care with an epic Summer of Smiles event. Don't miss enjoying a moment with our on-site labs to help you fast and 20% off your denture care. So whether you need a new look or a quick fix, you can celebrate with a smile all season, always at Aspen Dental. Book today.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Record heat for the next couple of days, weather alert days. We are talking about dangerous heat, particularly for some of our more vulnerable residents. So do take care.
Yeah, like you said, take care of your neighbors, take care of your pets, your kids. Everybody needs to be ready.
Yes.
And it is going to feel a lot hotter, I think, tomorrow.
Yes, it will. So take care of yourself.
That's right.